Hey guys, welcome back to one of my videos. This is Python part 4, and if you haven't seen Python part 3 or 2 or 1, if you guys are saying I don't have a Python part 1, is because I didn't name it Python part 1. It's the Python part 1 is basically the how to install Python. That's basically the Python part 1. But so if you haven't seen one of my videos and if you haven't installed Python, then please go ahead and watch one of my videos, and I will instruct you how to install Python on that video. So I'll probably leaving a link in the description, so go ahead and check out that link. And without further ado, let's start. So guys, today we're gonna be learning about strings and how to make strings and stuff. So first, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go hit the Windows key, and you're basically gonna type IDLE, ideal, and you're gonna click on this, and it's gonna open a screen like this. And so today we're gonna be learning about string. So basically, in programming terms, we usually call text a string. When you think of a string as a collection of letters, the term makes sense. All the letters, numbers, and symbols in the book could be a string. For the matter you name could be a string, and you could so could your address. In fact, the first Python program we create in chapter 1 used a string. Hello world was a string. So and we can create a string like this. Let me give you guys an example. So first we're gonna type Fred equals Fred. Now I'm gonna make it a little bit Fred equals and quotation mark and why do GORILLAS gorillas? Why do gorillas have big nostrils? Question mark. And we're gonna put the answer right here. Big fingers. FINGERS exclamation mark and quotation mark. And then when we hit enter, our variable Fred equals why do gorillas have big nostrils? Big finger is the answer. So now every time I type print Fred, FRED Fred, and press enter, why do gorillas have big nostrils? You can also use string codes to create a string like this, like Fred equals what is pink, FLUFFY, fluffy, question mark, and we're gonna say pink, FLUFF, fluff. And then when we hit enter and we type print Fred, FRED, print Fred. And however, if you try to enter more than one line of text for your string using only a single quote or double quote, or like a double quote, or if you start with one type of quote and try to finish with another, you will get an error message in Python shell. For example, enter the following line. So follow me, guys. So let's say Fred equals how do dinosaurs pay their bills question mark, and we're gonna get an error because we got this sentence error. And like you'll see this result, sentence error EOL, while scanning string liner This is an error because complaining about syntax because you did not follow the rules of ending a string with a single or double quote. Syntax means the argument and order of word in a sentence, or in the case of the argument and order of word and symbol in a program. So syntax error means that you did something in an order Python was not expecting, or Python will expect something that you missed. EOL means end of line. So the rest of the error message is telling you that Python hit the end of the line and did not find a double quote to close the string. To more than one line of text in your string, call a multi-line string. Use 3 single quotes and then hit enter between lines. So you guys follow me. So let's say Fred equals, so now we're using 3 single quotes. So this is going to be done like 1, 2, 3. So those are 3 single quotes. How do Dino SAURS source pay their their bills, and then question mark, and then we're gonna right now we're gonna hit enter, and then we're gonna type with try TRYANNOSURUS checks, CHECKS checks, exclamation mark. So now it's gonna work. So let's say we print, print no. So basically we set up our variable like that. So this is our variable, and then now with source, well, now let's print out the contents of Fred to see if this works. So we just did that, and so basically I'm now gonna print it out. So basically this, hit enter. So basically that, now we're gonna be setting up a variable like that. Put this right here, put that right there, and we're gonna be typing I'm gonna be typing CHECKS exclamation mark. No, not this. Erase this and hit enter. So now this should work, because we should end this with a little bit of 3 quotation, like this. Here, I'll show you guys. So we put it right here, and then we put 3 single quotes again, and then we hit enter, and now we say Fred, print Fred, PRNT, print Fred, FRED, Fred. So now when we hit enter, it's gonna say, how do dinosaurs pay their bills with Tyrannosaurus checks. So I just did that. Now we're gonna be learning about how to handling problems with strings. Okay, now consider this crazy example of a string which causes Python to display an error message. So let's say silly string 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 equals he said, comma, quote aren't A-R-E-N-T can't and shouldn't SHOULDNT shouldn't WOULDNT wouldn't, and we ended off with three single quotes. So that's our message, and then we hit enter. It's not gonna work. You know why? In the first line, we try to create a string defined as variable silly string enclosed to single quotes, but also containing a mixture of single quotes in the word can, shouldn't, and wouldn't, as well as double quotes. What a mess. Remember that Python itself is not as smart as a human being, so all it sees in a string containing he said, aren't, and a quote aren't followed by a bunch of other characters that it doesn't expect. When Python sees a quotation mark, either a single or double quote in expectations a string or to start following the first mark, and the string to end after the next matching quotation mark, either single or double on the line. In this case, the start of the string is the single quotation mark before he said, and the end of the string, as far as Python is concerned, is the single quote after the N in aren't. Ideal highlights the point where the things have gone wrong. So the last line of PyDeal tells us what sort of error occurred in the case a syntax error. Using double instead of single quote is still pursued an error. So let's say silly string STRNG string equal silly string equal he said are and aren't and can't shouldn't SHOULDNT shouldn't, and wouldn't WOULDNT full stop, and then we put three quotation marks, and then we hit enter. Oh no, my bad. So it gave us a syntax error, invalid syntax. Here Python sees a string bounded by double quotations containing the letter he said and a space. Everything following the string from aren't on causes the error. So this error will cause because of that. So this is because from Python's perspective, all the extra stuff just isn't supposed to be there. Because Python looks for the next matching quote and doesn't know what you want it to do with anything that follows the quote on the same line. The solution to this problem is a mixed line string, which we learned about earlier, using three single quotes, which allows us to combine double and single quote in our string without causing error. In fact, we use three single quotes. We can put any combination of single and double quotes inside the string as long as we don't try to put three single quotes there. This is what the error-free version of our string looks like. So our error-free one looks like this. Aren't, can't, shouldn't, and wouldn't. So but wait, guys, there's more. If you really want to use single or double quotes to surround a string in Python instead of 3 single quotes, you can add a backslash before each quotation marks within the string. This is called escaping. It's a way of saying to Python, yes, I know I have quotes inside my string, and I want you to ignore them until you see the end quote. Escaping strings can make them harder to read, so it's probably better to use multi-line strings. Still, you might come across snips of codes that use escaping, so it's good to know why the backslash are there. There are a few examples of how escaping works. So that's it, guys, for today. And if you guys liked my video for today, make sure to subscribe and like, and if you turn on the bell icon if you want to get my videos when they come out. So basically, in this chapter we learned about strings and how they work, and where to use them, and what's backslash, what's 3 single quotes. So that's all, guys, from me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.